Hello, I am Lizzy with Long Distance Gamers. We are a group of friends who play games remotely due to us living in different states. Today I am talking about Xi'an. What do I think about it? And more importantly, how do we play it remotely? Now before we get started, there are two different sides. The running side, they for sure have a copy of the game and they play the game mostly like normal. The remote side may or may not have a copy of the game. We will be going over how the remote side sets up and how the remote side responds to the game. This is Xi'an set up for remote play. The first thing that happens is the running side will dictate which of these come out. There are A, B, and C, and there are two different sides and two different ones for every section. So they will just either send a picture of the three sides that are chosen, or they will just describe what is on them. I prefer pictures, but it is up to your group. The next thing that the running side will do will be to dictate which one of these buildings come out in which order. We just start from the left and go to the right, and then they will dictate what colors come out here. We always start from the bottom and go to the top. Based on whichever one has the highest number, will determine where this guy gets to put. The running side will also determine what cards come out. The remote side will have them set up in stacks based on the different types. And all that the running side will do to specify which one comes out is whether it is just an arrowhead. And then if it is an arrowhead, or whatever it might be, with a brick, it would just say arrowhead with a brick, for instance. For this one, chariot with a brick, crossbow, sword. They don't specify brick, doesn't have a brick. The running side will also hand these out. Based on the order of these is also the order of these. Whoever is one is on top, and then it goes down. And then you get your starting resource that is on the side, and then you can just flip it over as they have no bearing after that. One thing about setup is the placements of these is based on the map. You just place it wherever it shows that little symbol. You place one of these warriors. I also have all the cards for all the players. Now, if someone is a remote side that does have a copy, I would just keep their green card. So if Brixby has a copy, and I'm running the game, I would just go ahead and keep his green cards and just keep those in a stack while returning the rest of his cards to the box. The running side will also send the reference sheets so that everyone can easily refer them to the game. Our group will actually post them on the video, which we just use open broadcast software as our main camera for our video chats, which makes it really easy. You can easily just create it, put it in the corner, and then everybody can see it, refer to it, without having to bounce back and forth between a picture on their phone and the game on the screen. Once everything is set up, you are ready to play. For the remote sides without a copy, I would just hold up their cards to the camera or take a picture of them and send it to them. So then they could easily choose which ones they want. When it comes time for them to tell you which cards they want, you just hold them up to the camera so that they could easily see what information is on it. And then you just agree on which side is won. So if they want to play these two cards, for instance, they would just say that I want to play my numbers 2 and my number 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we'll play these two. And then they will say that 2 will be the leading card. So this will be their leading card. And you just put it face down and then put these off to the side, as these two will be what they choose for the next round. Once everyone has made their decision, you flip all the cards over. And then Brixby will just say what number he is. So say Brixby is a 3. So whoever has the highest number goes first. So when you do get to go, you can either do the action on the card, which in this case would be grabbing 3 of the bricks, or you could get the pigment that is in that corner. So I could instead get a red pigment. I'll just go ahead and get the 3 bricks. And then I get to place my worker. Since I just got brick, I think I want to build a worker, which is the yellow. So I would just say that I'm going to go ahead and go to the yellow building and build a worker. If you are colorblind, I would refer to them by the power that they give rather than the color of the building. Bricks needed are over here. So if I want to build over here, that would take 3 bricks that I just got, and then I could choose to mark it, or I could choose to just place it. I'll just go ahead and mark it, so I will go ahead and place right here. So I will get a green pigment and 4 victory points. Brixby is next. He went ahead and got 3 coins. He's going to go ahead and come over here and buy. So he will immediately get a victory point for being in the green with the marker, which this is just placed on the one that has the highest number down here. And then he will go ahead and buy, these 2 will be removed at the end of the round, so he will go ahead and buy this one. So that way, because it has a brick down there, he will also get another brick. And then he will just pay 1 coin. Now I just place that over in his area for end of game scoring. These do not move down until the end of the round, or till the end of the turn. Then it's Kitty's turn. Instead of getting the brick, she is going to go ahead and get the red pigment. So she's just going to say she's going to grab the red pigment. And then she wants to paint. So she will go ahead and come down here, pay a red and a wild. So she'll go ahead and pay her yellow. Take this guy off. And put one of her color guys on that spot. So she's painting, so she puts her worker right there. And then we go on and select our next 2 cards, which these are the last 2 from the section we did earlier. So these get discarded. And then Kitty will state which one of these will be her leading card. You just go ahead and agree on which side is 1. So she will go ahead and say that 1 will be her leading card. Then once everyone has decided, we go ahead and flip over. Brixby has a 4 this time. So Brixby will be first player. He is playing a green card. He went ahead and played the officer. So because this is the first round, he goes ahead and gets 1 victory point. And then I just place this down there so that we can easily remember which ones he has selected. And then he's going to come here again. If there was a different color here, he would have to pay them a coin, but since it's its own color, he does not have to. You only get the victory point if you are the first one to go there, so he does not get the victory point again. But he will go ahead and buy this one this time. And he gets it for 1 less coin. So he gets to go ahead and add that to his collection. Then Kitty will go next. She's going to go ahead and get a couple bricks. And she wants to go ahead and build something. So she's going to go ahead and spend the 2 bricks and build right here, which will get her 2 coins and 2 victory points. Since she is going to the build building, she does have to pay me a coin since I am already there. And she is definitely going to mark this. And then it is my turn. I'm just going to go ahead and take the 2 brick. And then I'm going to go ahead and come over here because 1, I don't want to pay anyone. If I would go over here, I would have to pay Kitty the coin back. So I'll just come over here. I'll move my token up 1, which this is the tiebreaker if you do choose the same number. Whoever is further up on the track is the one that gets to go first. If there are 2 people on the same area, whoever is further down gets to go first. And then I also get this tile to add to my track, which gives me a one-time ability. This one, I can flip it over to go to a building that is blocked out, which I could not come over here actually, because due to a 3-player game, there can only be 4. Actually, that's including the master builder. So Kitty couldn't come over here to build. Well, we would just have her go somewhere else if that was the case. 4 is the limit with the master builder included. So just remember that for your game. But I could also go somewhere without having to pay anyone else a coin. If you don't use it at the end of the game, they are worth a victory point. And the end tile tokens, if you are the side running the game, I would take a picture of these and send it to everyone before you start, as all 4 of these are public knowledge at the beginning of the game. Once everyone has played 2 turns, everybody comes back home, and this one is discarded because it's the first 2 is just completely discarded. So it's no longer available during the game. And then they all slide over. And then the running side will bring out 3 more, as well as the lowest number gets discarded over here. This guy moves to whatever color was just put over there. So in this case, it's the red. And then a new one comes out. So we'll just bring out, say it was a green 3, for instance. So we do know that next round, 3 will be the lowest number. So he will be going back to the green next round. The game continues on until the end of 6 rounds. Once that has happened, you count up your victory points. Whoever has the most people in each area gets victory points. whoever has first, second, and third place. And then you also get victory points for sets of these cards. So these are part of a set and those are part of a set. So Brixby was already really close to having a complete set for those. As well as you can get victory points for having painted figures in each of the different areas. This is one of the ones that Brixby's at the end of the game. He would want a painted warrior in C. So Kitty usually goes for that strategy, as they are a ton of victory points potentially. You also get victory points for every set of 3 resources you have. So that is how you play Xi'an remotely. As you can see, this is one that fairly easily works. The only thing that you really need to vocalize is where you want to place things over here. However, for the most part, there are very unique areas. So you just need to specify if you're going to be an A, B, or C, which is based on the letter on the board. And then where you want to place throughout. For instance, the 2 coins and the 2, as Kitty did earlier. Or you want to do the 3s. So if you're on A, there are 2 3s. So you would just specify if you want to be by the unpainted warrior in A or the unpainted warrior in B. You just use whatever is on the board to be able to specify, or whoever is running the game can say 1 or 2 for easier reference. Other than that, it just would be holding up the cards for each side to be able to see what they have. This is one that translates very well to remote play. I know my group first played it with me being the only side with a copy, and eventually they got their own copy because they loved playing it so much. I think they're wanting to play games without me, but I'm not going to, be too upset by that. But anyways, Xi'an is a great game. I really enjoy playing it. Your game group, if they liked this type of game, would enjoy it. And you only need 1 copy throughout your group of friends, so you don't all need to be buying it. Although, if you're like Brix and Kitty, you'll want to play this game without everybody. Anyways, this game actually gets a 9 out of 10 for me, so I highly recommend it, and I hope you have fun with it. But hey, until next time, have fun and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you.